What's up, Toy Fam? And welcome back to Throwback Thursday here on your Totally Cool channel. I'm Big Joe, taking you to another toy adventure. This is gonna be fun. This episode is gonna take you back to 1988, 89, I think. I'm not sure. But let's not prolong the suspense and let's show Super7 Ultimates ThunderCats Jaga, the toy version. Now, why the toy version? Because there's the cartoon version and there's the toy version. And this is the toy colorway. Now, I know we haven't shown you the Jaga cartoon version yet. We're going to do that later on. We're kind of moving back. No? With ThunderCats, we're kind of showing you the newer ones, and then we're gonna move into the older ones as we build up to the Cat Slayer and the Thunder Tank. Maybe the Thunder Tank's gonna come this year. I'm not sure. Let's look at the calendar. Maybe not, but possibly. In the meantime, let's focus on this guy, Jaga. All right, look at that. Very different from the Jaga that you know. If you've seen our episode on the ThunderCats toy tour. There, we also have a Jaga Ghost version, and that's a very intriguing Jaga version. But this one is pretty colorful, right? It's not the Jaga that you know. It's not the Jaga that you're familiar with if you're an 80s kid like me. So that's him in the front. He's got that mint green, whatever you call it. He's got that red Eye of Thundera cape clasp, and then you've got the. I think this is a Sword of Omens, but possibly not because of the color of the handle. It's about red. Probably because it's a toy version. But let's look at his bio. It says, long ago, Jaga served Claudius, the original Lord of the Thundercats, charged with guarding the treasures of Thundera. I can't do it. I just can't. It's like telling a bedtime story might make you people fall asleep. He became a mentor to Claudius' son, Lionel. So Lionel, and then Claudius, and then there's Jaga was in the middle. During Thundera's destruction, Jaga led the exodus of refugees. He later sacrificed himself to pilot their flagship safely to the distant world of Third Earth. Yet his spirit continues to guide a now adult Lionel, reaching out from the spirit realm in times of great need. So he's kind of like the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the ThunderCats world, coming out as a Force ghost of some sort to guide Lionel. And this is the toy version. So let's see what you have on the box. You've got the back. You've got the Jaga toy version animation or illustration, and then you've got the bio. So let's stop looking at the box. Let's see what's inside, and let's open him up. See what's inside. Okay, really very easy to open these Super7 Ultimates toys. And voila. Ooh, this is gonna be a good review. I can tell. This is gonna be a good review. Wow, look at that. Will you look at that? So you got Jaga, you got the sword. Looks like an orange Sword of Omens. And then you've got 3 sets of hands. And then you've got the Jaga without the helmet, which actually shows his bald head. Pendong piece. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. Look at the back. There's his cape. This is why I say it's gonna be a good review, because the cape is not made of rubber. It's actually made of cloth, and it's got some wire so that you can make it look like it's flowing, like so, or you can make it look like it's just falling to the ground. Nice. So let's take him out. No, not take him. Why do I keep saying take him out? Take it out. There we go. Sword first. Put the box aside. I just dinged the box. Okay, there's a sword. See, it's kind of a weird sort of omens because it's bent and it's orange. Put that down here. Let's take Jaga out. Okay, before we do that, you've got the twist tie. This is again the reusable tie. Just twist it off. Take the transparent belt one side, pull him out by the leg, and he is free. Whoopsie. Okay, see, that's why it's so good to have cloth capes, because you don't have to pry it out, you don't have to cut through the plastic, just pull it out and then put it back in its normal look. And then this one's got an underwire, it's got wire. Okay, I don't know why they have the other Jaga head. Is that because it's grimacing and this one's just closed mouth? But the helmet can plop on his head, on both heads, I think, on both heads. So let's, come on Jaga, stand up. Okay. I like this kind of cape. Maybe the Mumras that we have in the collection would also have this kind of cape. We don't know. We're gonna open them. Now let's look. Take a closer look at Jaga. So again, hat, helmet off, helmet off, helmet on. He's got nice gray hair. And then he's got that nice paint. Makes his face look like a cat. I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can take it. You can remove the cape. But then it's gonna look weird. Can you no, you can't. Okay. It would have been nice if you could remove the cape and still have the ThunderCats emblem. Keep the ThunderCats emblem on there. But then if you remove the cape, he just looks like he's like, I don't know what he looks like. He looks like a wrestler. He looks like Hulk Hogan. Looking like that. I am a real yeah, he does look like Hulk Hogan with a beard and with a bald head, and then the fight for your right. Okay, this is not a WWE. I mean, Hulk Hogan, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Terry, you know, the real American, but he does I mean, come on guys. Go with me. If you cut this off, he does look like a real American. Now, okay, let's get back to the toy review. Pretty nice, as always. The ThunderCats give me a lot of good things to say about it, especially with the muscle tone. If you look at the back, man, look at the muscle tone in that. Look at that. The striations of the muscle. Just amazing. Even the shoulders. See that? And even the chest, like he's been doing his bench presses, right? Okay, now he does have a shoulder twist, a waist twist and an ab crunch, a very good ab crunch, very solid ab crunch. And then you also have the pinless knees and elbows, which is my favorite part of the Super 7 Ultimates. You've got the pinless elbows and the pinless knees, and he's very stable. Look at those quads. Somebody's been doing their leg day. Yep. All right, let's put the cape back on because he looks pretty naked. Yep, nothing wrong with that, but you know, it looks pretty naked. Just put the peg in the hole and you're good. There you go. So that's Jaga. I'm not gonna use the other hands. I'm not gonna go with the other hands anymore because I think the sword can. No, the sword can't fit in the hand that he comes with. You're gonna have to use the gripping hand. Whoops. Where did it go? Found it. That's what happens when you're live. Found it. I like to use the right hand for the sword. Just take it off. There we go. Nice and easy. and then put the sword. What? Okay, put the sword in. Got to be careful because he's got some claws, and you don't want to ruin the paint job, the paint scheme of the sword. Just get the pummel in, and there you go. He's on. Ooh, nice. That sword is bent. There we go. Eye of Thundera. And then I like to use the other claw, the open claw hand, to make it look like he's like, rawr. So let's use the left hand. Okay, I'll take this left hand out and put this in. There we go. Ouch. That's sharp. That's pointy. So you gotta be careful, guys, when you're replacing the, because he's got the claws. Like, yeah. So he's looking like that. He's looking tough. He's looking tough. He's looking mean. There we go. Ooh. Look at that pose. There we go. Nice. And you got the helmet. Oh, that looks tough, man. That looks tough. He's tough. He's nasty. He's ready to fight. Because he's Jaga, the mentor. And then you got this flowing. You got the cape flowing like so. Oh. That's nice. Ooh, I'm having fun. And you would definitely like the fact that the cape looks the same color as his boot. So he's fierce and he's fashionable. He just falls forward. All right, let's do a toy review before I have too much fun with this guy. Let's do a toy review. Okay. Stay there. There you go. Okay. There's your helmet. There we go. That's good. Okay, Jaga, stay. There we go. All right, let's do a toy review. I'm having so much fun. First impression, like I said before, with the sleeveless boxes, they're kind of anticlimactic, because when you have the sleeves, it go, ooh, it looks nice. But with the sleeveless boxes of the Thundercats new releases, Super 7 new releases, you're like, okay, yeah, that's the figure. And then you see everything that comes with it, unless it's got a two-layered clamshell wing. There's stuff behind it. But this one, everything was right in front of him, and you can see what was inside through the window of the box. But then the toy version really lived up to its colorway. I'll post a picture somewhere of the toy version of the 1980s or the first release, and probably accurate. I wasn't really a collector of Thundercats back in the 1980s, probably because we didn't have the money to collect all of these toys. But that being said, I was a fan of the animation. I was a fan of the toys that I could not buy because I live dangerously that way. So first impression was top notch. It's accurate to a T, and there's a lot of paint going on. You've got a lot of the orange just really popping. So first impression was already top notch. Playability, as you can see, I've been playing with him for a few minutes, and it was like, yeah, put the hand here, put the sword there. Although he does not have a lot of accessories, there's a lot of history that comes with Jaga, and I like the cape. The cape adds a little bit more variety or variability or personality to this figure. There's more, you can personalize it more, you can customize it a little bit more without having to paint it or add something to it, just as it is. The paint, I mean the cape being manageable. I mean, look at that. It's good. Top-notch playability. Shelf appeal, aside, well, the Ghost Jaga really takes the cake when it comes to the best version of the Super 7 Jaga. But this one, with its, a flexible cape, man, second best version. No, I mean, the Jaga is a very good figure because of, well, the historical value of Jaga, and the depth of the character Jaga. Okay, so shelf appeal, you would, if you're collecting the Super 7 Thundercats and you're thinking about passing on certain figures, don't pass up on any Jaga figure. Okay, because like I said, he anchors the Thundercats on Third Earth to Thundera. Okay, he's their link to the old world, so you gotta have him. Price point, this is where it gets a little bit lower in the rating scale, because at the same price as a regular Panthro or a regular Jaga, it's got less accessories. So you're gonna think I'm not getting the value for my money, but the playability and the different colorway gives you a certain nostalgia. It brings back certain nostalgia to a character that was beloved in the cartoons and had a different colorway back in the day, when having different colorways or color schemes was not a thing. One figure, one color, that's it. So let's do a final toy review. Is he not cool? Is he cool? Or is he totally cool? Tell me what you think in the comment box. Let me know if we have the same thought in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think he's totally cool. Why? It's a different color. It's a different color, a color that only collectors will love and collectors will want. Okay, so this is a toy made for collectors. So I'm giving it a totally cool rating because it touches my collector's heartstrings. Okay, and aside from that, you have this cape. Why didn't they think of that? Okay, so he's totally cool, and I hope you agree with me. And thank you for watching until the end of this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. And this is Big Joe telling you, always remember, toys are not just cool, they're totally cool. So bye-bye and happy collecting.